In this video, we're going to be doing a quick review and overview of the Garmin Forerunner 165 Music. So this is a newer watch from Garmin, and it's one of Garmin's more budget-friendly watches between the Forerunner 55 and the Garmin Forerunner 265 right here. Now in this video, we're going to start by doing a quick overview of the design and build, the size, the display, everything like that. And then we'll dig into some of the really cool features such as activity features, safety features, and then just smart features. And if this video helps you, please consider giving it a like and also subscribe to my channel because that really helps me out. And check the description because I'll not only have affiliate links down there for the Forerunner 165 so you can get this watch on Amazon, but also I've made several tutorials about the 165 so you can learn how to use it and turn on different features and everything like that. So the Garmin Forerunner 165 is a 43 millimeter watch. So the body here is 43 millimeters and it weighs 39 grams. The display here is going to be a 1.2 inch display. And as you can see, this is an AMOLED display. So the display is more vibrant, has more color, and it's also brighter than the older Garmin watches with a non-AMOLED display. So this display always stays on, but the color is kind of dull and it doesn't get very bright, where this one will turn off to where you can't see it anymore, but when you turn it on, it looks very vibrant and beautiful. There is an always-on feature, but that will limit battery life. It also does have a touchscreen. I end up disabling that because I prefer the buttons. They just work better to me, and they work if the watch is wet, maybe in a shower or swimming, something like that. The build quality is going to be a very strong plastic, and the display is very scratch resistant. I have been wearing this for several months, and I've ran it into several things, and there are no scratches on the bezel or the display. So very happy with that. When it comes to the watch bands here, you get a really nice soft silicone that is easy to clean. I haven't actually cleaned this. I just wear it in the shower and it rinses off very clean. On the back here, you have the heart rate sensor, and this also does pulse ox. And then you also have the charging connector right here. So this is a waterproof proprietary charging connector, but you'll get a cable in the box with the watch. So quick size difference here, we have the 165 that is 43 millimeters, and then the 265 that is 46 millimeters. So just a little bit larger and just a little thicker. Now that we've taken a closer look at the design and build, let's quickly talk about the difference between the Forerunner 165 and the 165 Music. The only difference that I can find is going to be that the 165 Music has internal storage designed to store up to 500 songs. So you can go for a run or a hike and only bring your watch. You wouldn't have to bring your phone to listen to music. And you can even use apps such as Spotify on your watch to listen to your premium subscription, podcasts, different things like that. So let's talk about some of the features on the Garmin Forerunner 165. So first, let's look at all the activities available on the watch. We can get there by selecting the start or stop button. And all of these activities are designed specifically for the activity. So it's going to track moves if you're doing yoga, laps if you're running, biking, it's going to track your speed, everything like that. And as you can see, they have even more. And racket sports if you play pickleball. One cool thing about the activities is if you go into them, like hike, you can customize them to show whatever data you want, and you can have up to 4 different data fields on your screen. So kind of like when you're at a gym and you're looking at a treadmill, you can customize all this. So I have my heart rate and it'll show which heart rate level I'm at. And then it shows me my distance, how long I've been hiking for, and then how much I've ascended and descended on my hike. So it's cool to be able to see all that information there. You also will get a quick little navigation, so it shows kind of where you've been hiking or running, anything like that on a map. It doesn't show anything on the map around you, such as like topography or anything, but you can kind of see where you hiked compared to where you started. So lots of cool data there. And although that can all be customized exactly how you want it. Additionally, on the Garmin Forerunner 165, we have 2 safety features. First, we have Garmin Assistance, where I can hold down the light button right here for 10 seconds. And if I trigger that and release it, it'll alert my family. So I'm just going to cancel that. But it'll alert my emergency contacts, letting them know that I'm in some sort of need of assistance. And it'll also share my location with them. So I like that a lot. Additionally, you have incident detection, where on a few different activities, such as running, hiking, walking, biking, if it detects a fall on the watch, it'll start that countdown, where it'll automatically notify your family if maybe you fall down on your bike and you're in need of help, but you're incapacitated and unable to ask for help. And all that can be turned off as well. So some of the other features I like on the Garmin Forerunner 165 are going to be the sleep tracking. So as you can see, this has some really cool sleep tracking where it's going to not only detect when you fell asleep and when you woke up, but also your level of sleep. So REM sleep, deep sleep, and you can even track it throughout the week to see how you've been doing compared to other days. Additionally, it gives you a sleep score, which you can use to compare to previous nights of sleep. One thing I also like is it gives you insight. So if I go to Sleep Insights, it'll tell me about my sleep and if I need to make sure I get better sleep. They even have something called Sleep Coach, where it'll let you know if you're getting your recommended amount of sleep for your age, weight, health, everything like that. And one interesting thing about sleep tracking is they use that data to create what they call a body battery. So your battery goes up while you're sleeping, and then throughout the day, if you do activities or just walking or being alive, it'll use that battery and you can kind of see how ready you are for different things during the day based on how much you've depleted your body battery. So I really like this as an overall summary of my health with sleep, activity level, and it also tracks stress. So some of the other smartwatch features, you get music controls where you can first control music on your phone, so podcast, anything you're listening to, but you can also listen to music that is going to be stored internal to the watch. So this is different apps that they have for Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, where you can download the music direct to your watch and then listen to it while you're on a run or a hike. You also get weather information that comes from your phone, and then you get notifications where you can read text messages, emails, things like that. And if you're on an Android phone, you can even reply to text messages using your watch. That is prevented on iPhone though. Now, in addition to that, you do get the basic activity tracking features such as step tracking, stair climbing, heart rate, all those different items. And in my opinion, that is very accurate on the Garmin Forerunner 165. I've been wearing Garmin watches for over a decade now, and I've had almost 20 different watches. And the Forerunner 165 accuracy when it coming to tracking those different items is just as accurate as any other Garmin watch, including the very expensive ones. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is battery life. They do advertise the Garmin Forerunner 165 as having 11 days of battery life. In my opinion, that's going to be a best case scenario. If you get a lot of notifications or you do a lot of activities, that will go down a little bit. And then I like to also have the always on display turned on where it'll dim the display kind of like this, but I can glance at it and just see it barely. That will use more battery life. So with all those things, I'll get around 5 to 6 days of battery life, but that's still much better than other smartwatches on the market. All right, so that was a quick review of the Garmin Forerunner 165. Check the description. I'll have affiliate links down there and also links to my tutorials of the Garmin Forerunner 165. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing to my channel.